It's Week 7 of the National Football League. And here comes Denzel Ward. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Browns and the Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A good one looming in one of the tougher divisions in football. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, this division, year in, year out, man, it is physical, it's tough, and it's always tight at the top. You get here one more year, and you look at everybody, and you can make a case that this could be a team that can make a playoff run.
Yeah, and especially the case, Mike, that last year, 3 of the 4 teams made the playoffs, the only exception being the Cincinnati Bengals, who went 9-8 without their star quarterback Joe Burrow down the
Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the former #1 overall pick back in the 2015 draft, former Heisman winner as well, Jameis Winston.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. A second down throw for Jameis. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on
Delay
top.
Of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Winston. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
So on 4th down, the lefty Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's been a machine in the red zone here first couple of months of the season. In fact, leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The drive starts with a carry by 4. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Working across the field. He's going to find more. And he's taken down up past the 35.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
On second down, Winston. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Throwing on second down, Winston. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
From the gun, Winston. That's to the former Bronco. It's Jerry Jeudy. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8. Off the play fake, it's Jameis. That's the big tight end, Jordan Akins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A give to Ford on the zone read. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. And I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground. And the offense is able to pick up the first down.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Ford. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. It's now 3rd and goal. To throw, Winston. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. That his first touchdown this year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. On 1st down, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Brown. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. He'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run once more with 4. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Here's Jameis. That one on target to Moore. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st down, it's Winston. Right back to Moore, another grab.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He finds Judy on that one. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. On play action, Winston. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack.
Trey Hendrickson, Mike, comes away with the sack, and just think, last year, coming off a career best, 17.5 sacks. He gets another one here as he tries to build off last year's monster season.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, this is 4. He'll get about 2. B.J. Hill shuts it down there. 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. And that is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
The Bengals offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. The throw on the run is complete. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
To the left side, caught by Chase. 11 yards on the connection there, and the Bengals going to have a 1st down. On the ground, it's Brown. And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They bring Chase in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Offense. Still first down.
Burrow to throw. He's got it at about the 8, and he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. That one's on Orlando Brown, Jr. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Bengals.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
York, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll run with 4. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A 2nd down throw for Jameis. To the sideline. He's got more. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Winston. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a 1st down. Now Winston. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Njoku. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. Winston. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jameis Winston. Touchdown, Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Charlie Jones now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's third down. One more time. They'll keep it on the ground. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Mac Jones, terrific in the air with over 400 passing yards there. In the first half, it was the veteran Jameis Winston just doing his thing. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase getting set for their next possession. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. Burrow now to throw on first down. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. Burrow now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw is Burrow. That that one knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. A carry here for Brown. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Here's 3rd and 7. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. This pass deflected and caught. He is in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
York now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and Jameis Winston getting set to go to work again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. We'll go play action. It's Winston. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. 2nd down and 3. Back to throw, Burrow. taken in by Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Burrow. Open man is the tight end, Sample.
With drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
York's kick is good. And the Bengals move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's 4. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
They'll go back to forward on 1st down. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's 4. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, Winston. There's that man again. Another catch. That is catch number 60 for the season.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17. Here's 2nd and 9. Winston looking to throw. That's caught by 4. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. To throw, Winston. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
4th down, Dustin Hopkins now for the Browns field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns have tied it at 17.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now Brown. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Play action now. It's Burrow. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7. Here's second and 3 to go. To throw is Burrow. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Browns have it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble. And all of a sudden, the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Have a short field ahead as they look. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. A first down throw for Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. Throwing is Burrow. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And the Bengals are going to have themselves a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Now Burrow on the bootleg. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
York, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will go up by 7.
Browns 17.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Now an opening past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. And the defense there to meet up. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Jameis. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these.
And this drive is over before it can start. Swallowed up to force 4th down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. We'll see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
The Bengals out and ready to punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. And he'll get about 5. Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
That's good for a Browns first down.
Up the middle, here's 4. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Tillman, the man in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Pistol give. Here's 4. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
At the 2-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. They'll try to run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Deontay Foreman. Touchdown, Cleveland. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves balling.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with 1st down. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They'll drop to throw. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
He'll find Chase. That's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. Burrow to throw. That's complete. It's Yosibach. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Go. 11 MT. 11.
Brown. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Now on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one is caught. It's Hudson. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. So a pressure kick here for Cade York. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.